Hi guys, my name is Elis Sholla. I'm a senior here at the University of Michigan. I'm majoring in software engineering and my focus area is artificial intelligence and intelligent systems. After I get my bachelor's here at the University of Michigan, I plan to job hunt full-time basically for software engineering positions, and at the same time they have a dual program here that where you can get your master's in science and engineering and also your MBA. So I plan to work full-time and get my master's part-time. I'm incredibly satisfied with everything here at the University of Michigan. Basically, I entered here and I transferred as an electrical engineer, and here I actually found my path, I found my passion, and it only took me a semester and a half to do that. That's when I switched to software engineering and realized that that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Transferring to the University of Michigan, it was probably one of the hardest challenges I've faced so far. For different reasons. Basically, like at Schoolcraft, I was used with 20 to 30, maximum 40 people classes. Here I had EX280, which is data structure and algorithms with 1,000 students. So basically, if you're not willing to put the work by yourself, find the resources yourself, no one will help you. And at the same time, entering as an electrical engineer and switching to software engineering without having any background, it was incredibly tough for me to handle the load work for the programming courses. But with a lot of support and like trying it basically day by day and not thinking for the graduation date, I found resources and I managed to tackle all these issues. I suggest to students to apply for scholarships because if you don't apply for scholarships, it can be really pricey here. The peer pressure basically here it's crazy compared to Schoolcraft. Pretty much everybody's smart here and everybody's working really hard. If you can't outsmart them, you have to outwork them. And that was the motto basically. Well, hard work is always a win. I realized here that relying on your intelligence does not pay off anymore. Like if you don't prepare for your exams, for your classes, you'll fail. And at the same time, networking, meeting friends, studying together can help for exams, projects, hashing things out, getting better ideas. Office hours, I found that they're incredibly helpful. Like a student must go to office hours just to get to know the professor and clarify the ideas. Well, first of all, I would advise everybody to make sure they know what they're going for, because getting a major and going for that major and taking like very focused and specific classes, and if you change your mind, you basically have to restart with another major. That make sure you go talk to an advisor. Like have multiple meetings. If you don't like one advisor, ask for another one. They're very knowledgeable people and they're professors on the field. Secondly, one thing that I learned the hard way, a 4.0 at Schoolcraft does not guarantee you anything. Like you can be a 4.0 student and fail all your classes here. For my experience, like up to I would say 30 to 40 hours a week, you should be in a great spot, studying consistently basically. Before attending Schoolcraft and knowing like the benefits that Schoolcraft offers to students, the first thing that I looked there was the financial aspect. The prices are very competitive. The associates in engineering that they offer, it's completely transferable to like four-year universities, which is great because you won't be losing any credits that you take. The student-professor ratio basically, you have classes with 30, 40 students, so you can easily create a one-to-one connection with your professor, and your professors can pretty much help you with everything, like tackle your classes better, learn the material better. Very few students right out of high school are certain about their career path and what they'll be doing for the rest of their lives, and I think it's a great thing to do to firstly go at Schoolcraft, experience some classes, experience some directions in life, and figure out what works best for you. Overall, I would say Schoolcraft prepared me really well. I would say that the math classes that I can recall and my physics 1 and 2 classes, they all prepared me really well. My differential equation, linear algebra class, and also my physics 1 and 2. They all prepared me really well. One small advice I have, especially for students trying to take the path of software engineering or anything that has to do with coding, it would have been nicer if in the programming courses we had more independence and project-based work rather than like learning the theory. And at the same time, I think this should go for students themselves. Find ways to learn Excel and MATLAB. They're very, very important. It seemed like the path for like a lot of like math and science exams is basically recycle material that has already been worked from students, which I don't find that really helpful here, because exams here, they just basically hit you out of nowhere. Like, you gotta know your material, and they basically test your ability to problem solve in an hour and a half. And I think that's something that needs to happen in these classes. The difficulty level is gonna rise because of that, but I think overall it's a great thing for a student. Something very useful that I would have appreciated when I was a student at Schoolcraft would be certain bridge programs. And a lot of Schoolcraft students transfer in very good universities. You have Ann Arbor, Michigan State, Wayne State, and there can be an event basically for these students to be like a luncheon on the weekend or something like of that type, to just give advice to the students, like how should you focus in your essays, what should you put in your GPA, like who's the name of the advisor that can help you out with this issue. Because I mean, we're here now and we know all the sources, and we'd be like really happy to share the sources. Schoolcraft was a life-changing moment in my life, basically. That's where I built my work ethic. I found my path in life. Schoolcraft did an amazing job to transition me to directly the path in life that I wanted to be. That's where I figured out what I wanted to do, how to get it, what does it take to put work into, and it was a great process.